Okay, welcome back. Like we've done a lot. This is Kingsley back. I want to deal with the update of the form. So we've created the form. Now we want to make it work. So when you click update, how does it update? Does it really update into the database and the likes? We need to get to know now. And to do that, we just go back to our code. Very easy. Go straight to our code. So this is where we did the form. Like what we've done now is that you have the add new service. To create a new service, let's see. It's a new service, 500, 200, 200 for banquet hall, and the day is 2nd of this. So, and we'll say we are having a new service today. So, and then we'll make it active. We want to make it active and create. Once you do that, say successfully submitted. You can make this a notification, which is fine. But what we have here now is that when we go here, we have it as there. You can see it successfully submitted. The date, time, everything is here. So you can edit it and do something. So let's edit this and see what happens. 500, let's make it 600. I tell you submit, nothing happens. It's still 500. So how do you get that to update in the database? That's what we're going to do now. So go back to our code. At the point where we're doing the insert, you can see here, if you're following us, this is where we did the inserting. Let's comment that. Inserting of new records. This is where we did it. Once it's successful, it comes in here. You can see it. So now we'll do updating. Updating records. What do we need to do? Here we're looking at new submit. When it is new submit, that's when we initiate any of such. Usually we'll just get to use most of these things that we've used previously. Just ensure that you know what you're doing. So to do that, we do this. When it is, let's come down to our form, update form. We'll say opt submit is it. When this opt submit is coming, then we initiate the request. So when this opt is coming, we initiate the request on it. And then we're getting the ID. So first we're getting the ID. We're not calling the ID here, we're getting the ID here. So to get the ID, just do this, and then we'll do posts, and in the posts aspects we get just the ID. Now we'll do this UPTID. That's what we called it in the form. So the post, we get the ID, we have the title, we have the body, auditorium, all this, we have them down to the service date. Yeah. So what we'll do next is let's just pick this. No, let's just type it there. At this point, we'll just insert into the DB. So this is, I explained this previously. So we'll do a query into the system. What query are we trying to do? We're trying to update. So say updates. What's the table name? It's the same table name. The same table name. We'll update this table, and then we'll set. So each and every one, we just set them. Set title, set date active, set this, set that, type it. So I just type pause and then continue. Okay, you can see type, this is it, and we have our ID. So now we need to define the where condition. So that's where, so we are doing this where ID is equal to our ID. So now it's only where this ID is equal to this that this will happen, and once that happens, it should give us a notification again. Let's see this. We'll come over here and say okay, say updated successfully. So let's see how this works. Let's test it and see. So we have 500. Let's refresh. Okay, we have an error somewhere. An error. Okay, 9399. Okay, I think is this. This is not closing anywhere, so we're supposed to close it. Yeah. So let's refresh. Yeah, so we have it. I want to cancel Eureka, then test. Let's make this 5,000. Let's make this 300, and then this one 500. Reverse, and this one 400 times 2 of it. We'll say we're for today. Have a lovely day ahead, and we'll make this disabled, and then let's submit and see what happens. So you can see it's updated successfully. By the time we'll go back to this, let's see what we have. You can see cancel test on it. The date we didn't change it, but now it is disabled, and you know this was previously 500 and this one 300. Now the reverse, then we'll have this, and then have a lovely day ahead is here. So we're good to go. We can update, we can create, edit. Now the next thing we need to look at, which will be on the, you can just treat it together, which is the delete. So let's treat the delete part of it. So what do we do with delete? We just need to create our delete function too, the same way we have this. So we'll have same thing here. So this will be same thing. We'll have this, and then we need to check what post is coming in. Is it a post or is it get? Now you know from this page where we display, we'll list everything. You can see we say delete is a get. We want to get del. Whenever we're getting del, we initiate delete automatically. So for us to initiate delete, all we have to do now is go straight back to that position, and we just create. Yeah, so when it is get underscore get, that's when we're initiating this. So if we have this delete set, you can always try and check if the user is, so do your verification, but we're not doing verification now. It's just quite straightforward. You can always check and see if this user has permission to do this, if he has permission to do that. That is very easy to do. With this understanding, you can do whatever you want to do. So we have this, we have a get of, we're trying to get the ID that comes with it. So what is the del that we use, del. So we get this is the ID now that we're going to use, the delete ID. So when we get the delete ID, we just run our same query, query the system, and when we query the system, what do we do with the query? We delete. So delete from, as I said, table name 2, where id is equal to this id, delete id. Yeah, so once it is successful, it tells us deleted successfully, deleted successfully. This is just delete. You can always check and say if user id is equal to this, check before initiating it, or use your JavaScript to do a confirmation alert. You can do that too, but we just go straight and do the delete. You understanding is basically what we need. So we want to delete this simple equation, we don't need it, so all we'll do is click delete. Deleted successfully. You can see it's gone. We want to delete this next one, getting this result, it's gone. Very easy, straightforward, simple, and I think we're done with this part. So we'll start the view aspect, which is the front end. We want to see what users, how they're going to register for the program and the likes. All that will happen from the front end. Now this is just the admin aspect of the WordPress plugin. Then using that at the front end, where we'll create a custom short code and the likes, that is going to happen. So thank you very much for your time.